you can choose, David. If you like to postpone and like do the lesson next week, it's no problem for me.
Oh, no, 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 no. It's fine. No, it's perfect. It's perfect. No
It's
worries.
your choice. So
Yeah, no, I
I'm
mean,
not angry because I'm still in the office. If you have time, I'll be there and I'm happy, but it doesn't, yeah, it's your choice.
oh yeah, no, and it's totally fine. I mean, everyone is they're all on the kind of monthly plan. So, they're they're here, Yeah. I'm actually Joffrey's just joining right now, so that's good.
Two of us.
Yeah,
Hello
let's
guys.
welcome. Hi, Joffrey. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing well, doing well. And what's going on with you? What's your update?
Oh, so first of all, I'm happy to seeing you.
Likewise.
And what's update? Yeah, maybe I will enter in my last months at my work. So yes, that's the end of my contract. And so yeah, for the moment, I don't have any new opportunities, but that's okay. I will take time to rest, or maybe to travel. I don't know, don't know yet.
Okay. And
So
so ideally, in a perfect situation, when would start work again or start a new contract or get a new job?
when you said,
Yeah,
um, maybe in January, I think.
in January. I see.
Yeah,
You'll take a few months off.
yeah, a few months off, not too much, but I think 2 or 3 months is great. I will take this advantage to take time to train myself,
Mm.
uh, buying some courses about I don't know, Amazon Web Services, anything.
Okay, nice, nice. And do you have a strategy for your next contract? Are you looking
Yeah,
opportunities?
yeah, yeah. Actually, I talked about Amazon because I'm working with AWS for 2 years now, and I like it, and I would like to try to get a license certification, and the certification that I would like to is a software architect cloud, something like that.
Wow,
Yes, I think it's a software architect, cloud software architect.
cloud software architect. Wow,
Yeah,
that sounds great. Well,
yeah,
great. That's
that's great.
that's awesome. Very good. So Jeffrey, we're just about to start. So you arrived right on time, and we'll discuss marketing today, especially digital marketing.
Hmm?
Right? So online marketing. And yeah, we should have some nice questions here, some nice discussion questions, very good vocabulary, technical, advanced, very, very nice. So it should be a great lesson. So let's start with just the basics, and we'll start with Stefan. Think of the differences that come to mind when you think of offline marketing and online marketing. So give us maybe one difference. We'll do one. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the online marketing is on internet, so on social media, for example, and offline marketing is more old-fashioned, like paper, newspaper, or magazines, or something like this, or wallpapers. So it's more old-fashioned.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Geoffrey, would you like to add anything to it?
Not really. So yeah, about offline, I was thinking about yeah, of course, print advertising. Um, I don't know if we can include television in offline because it's not on internet, but it was like an old way to do to promote some product.
All right.
I don't know the name, but in France we had télé-shopping.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What do you got? Like TV shopping or yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, those in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Those are, yeah, I remember those. Great. Yeah, so that's a great point, Geoffrey. It's we do have there's online and there's also digital marketing. So online doesn't necessarily mean it's digital, right? Digital is a type, and online is a lot of digital marketing is online. You're right. Okay, good. So we have this. We have billboards, right? Nice vocabulary word, right? The offline marketing. You have billboards, and then we have some examples of online marketing, social media, and the other ones. So on Google
Search engine.
search engine. Yeah, okay. That's yeah, that's and then so we have marketing, and then we also have advertising.
Ah.
So maybe let me ask you this before, and then I'll give you the kind of what I think. But Stefan, what's the difference between marketing and advertising?
It's difficult to explain. For me, marketing is more you have initiatives and then you have spendings and it's more a job to do and yeah, advertising also, but I can't really split it. For me, it's a little bit the same. But of course, marketing is more like a profession or a department, and you have a strategy, initiatives, and then you do different tasks. And advertising, it's you publish something on different medias.
Okay. Nice. And Geoffrey, what do you think about this? The difference between these two?
Yeah, for me, marketing refers more about the strategy, or it could be like kind of a science, not a science, but I think people will study about it. And advertising is more like an action, how to promote something, how to reach customer.
Mm, good. So just remember, so not the customer, but
Customer
yeah, customer and product.
product. Yeah.
Product. Yeah. So the yeah, exactly. So those are great ideas. Great ideas shared by both of you. So typically, so advertising is a part of marketing. So marketing has a lot of different, elements. One of them is promotion, but it's not only, marketing is kind of the image that you create for yourself. And on the internet, it can be, content. So anytime you put out a piece of content, you're marketing, but you're not advertising.
Mm.
Advertising is a specific tool used in marketing. And that's when you want to sell. So saying, okay, this is this course or this product, buy this. That's from advertising. You have video ads, banner ads, a lot of different ones. But yeah, marketing is, like you were saying, it's very broad. Right? All the activities, research, product development, distribution channels, pricing strategies, all of these. And advertising is most about how to promote the specific product, right, or the service. Okay, so that's a lot of people confuse the two, but let's maybe start with this conversation about marketing. So, maybe Stefan, can you read this question right here for Geoffrey?
Yes. Jeffrey, how critical is marketing to the success of a company or business?
Um, I think marketing is one, or maybe the first one, measure uh, measure what? Measure thing you need to pay attention to be successful in your company, because even if you have a good product, if you don't have a strategy to sell it, you won't be successful. So you need, I think you need both. And I also so sometimes some companies don't have a product, but they have a big and efficient marketing, and sometimes they earn money just with marketing. So that's
Yes,
that's
that's true. So Jeffrey, another one. So this one is not
su-
not successful, but successful.
successful
Same way, yeah. Same one as this.
product.
The English you. So product successful.
Okay.
Exactly. That is, it's very critical, right? So you're saying it's not the number one factor, probably the most critical, the most important factor for the success of a company. And Stefan, what do you think for businesses? How important and is marketing, and why is it so important?
For me, marketing is absolutely crucial for a business. Of course, first you need to have good products, and you have to be in the right market slots, or you have to reach the right target groups. But you have to have a good price, and then you have to promote it. If you have these three things, you have to promote it. And yes, that's it doesn't it's not enough to have good products. Of course, you have to tell the whole world, and well, that's why marketing is crucial.
Right. Yeah, people need to know about you, right? And especially in this age where, there's so many brands, so many businesses, so many people. It's becoming harder and harder, to get part of that, mind share from the audience. And so it's extremely, that's why they charge the big bucks. That's why marketing is so expensive, but it's worth it, right? I mean, that's what they say. It's expensive because it's valuable. Now, maybe Joffrey, you can ask question number two if you want.
Yes. What are some digital advertising techniques, tools, or methods used by companies and businesses these days?
Uh, I learned in school that we have the four P's of marketing. So this is the called product, place, price, and promotion. And I know there is a new approach with the three C's: customer and costs, and I don't know if the third one is communication, or yeah, I think it's communication. So yeah, that's what I learned. So of course you have different techniques in product building, target group, and then to doing a good or an adequate pricing. And yes, so you have different tools and methods to do so.
Nice. And that's all you say, adequate.
Yeah,
So this the A here is like silent. That's what's like a soft adequate. Like it almost sounds like this adequate.
adequate. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's that. Those are good. Those are good kind of methods, right? The placement, like Very good. And Geoffrey, any other ones?
Yeah, I was thinking about what my company used. Um, so of course they use SEO, so search engine optimization.
Yes.
Um, and for example, on all our website, they used a lot of analytic stuff like Google Analytics.
Mm.
And through Google Analytics, or I don't know, Facebook Insights, they can optimize their campaigns, email campaigns, and by the way, drive their decision. But I'm not sure they do that, but I think there is also affiliation, affiliate marketing.
Affiliate marketing, good one. Yeah. Nice. Nice. So just remember, this is optimize.
Optimize.
Yeah, the second I is I like that. Optimize. Okay. Yeah, affiliate marketing, video ads are very popular, right? Just the video ads on social media. The video ads, they're banner ads, they're not as popular as it used to be, right? But there's the banner ads or like the sidebar ads. Affiliate marketing, that's a good one, right? And the biggest one that I've been reading about, which like now they say that it is the holy grail, as in the most important one right now is content marketing.
Uh, like on YouTube or
Yeah,
okay.
content marketing, because the thing is it's so saturated and everywhere you go, you're just being attacked by advertisers. You're just, yeah, notifications, ads, everything, on every application, you just ads all the time. So it's almost like with the content marketing, you're you're offering something of value, right? You build that trust, that relationship. And so this is why, my at least for me personally, the podcasts work very well
Mm.
because you get an attention. It's like a 1 hour podcast conversation, and they're part of it. So basically, you have their ears for 1 hour, which is like gold. If you can have someone's attention for 1 hour, most people pay for hundreds and hundreds of dollars for seconds. So now you get them. So this is a good for a lot of smaller businesses, but even big businesses, content. So, but that's one of them. Maybe we could look at some of these basic ones. So Geoffrey already explained this one. Maybe Stefan, can you um, kind of repeat what or give more details about what SEO means and how it's related to digital marketing?
Yeah, it's very important to have, if you have a website and doing product placement there, that you are doing search engine optimization, because this helps to get more clicks and to bring the potential customer or interested people to your website or to your online shop. And I know it's very, I don't know it in detail, but I know it's very complex. And of course, you also could pay for it to make much effort. And it's very complex because you have to have insights of Google search engine and this crawler mechanism and algorithms. But yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's just the product placement, to be kind of featured or to come up higher in the search results
Rankings, yeah.
and rankings. Yeah. Very, very important. And actually, Geoffrey was a big. You worked on SEO, right? That was your main or one of your
Um,
tasks.
yeah, a little bit. In fact, in big companies, there is often an SEO team.
Mhm.
So I work close with them, but I'm not an expert. But sometimes I have to do some SEO stuff.
Nice. That's great. And maybe Geoffrey, tell us about this A/B testing. What is this concept?
That's funny because I often heard this one, but I'm not really sure. For me, it's like for example, for a web page, if you have two versions of a web page and you want to test both,
Mhm.
but it's not. I think it's more general than just web page. You can. For me, it's like when you have we want to test two versions of a product.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Exactly. Two versions of the same ad, or well, no, two ads,
Oh,
or it could be web pages, I guess, or it can be, landing pages
yeah. So
or
for
script, like you have a sales script A, sales script B, and then you test both. Yeah, so it's that's yeah, very, very common in marketing. Even when, let's say, when you post things like on YouTube and everything, on Facebook, sometimes it asks you if you want to test different thumbnails, like the picture that comes up.
Mm.
Just, so it'll test the two, which one, does better. Okay. 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 Good. And Stefan, can you tell us about what an advertising campaign is?
Yes, another advertising campaign is a strategy you worked out to communicate your specific products or also services you like to offer. And first, I think you think about your target group and on which media and which time you could reach them and or get them, and then you cover these specific channels, and you have a campaign where you have all the details like which product, which target group, which channel, and yes, that's part of a campaign.
Right. Yeah, yeah, exactly. The campaign are all the steps, all the tasks, the whole journey of promoting the product or the service or the brand. Because you can have an advertising campaign for a brand, for a product, or for a service. All the steps and all the, everything that involves that. Good. So here, next one, a little bit of technical. Here we have some verbs: optimize, consume, and accept. Now see if you can come up with a noun. So, Geoffrey, any ideas here?
Yeah, I think for the first one is optimization.
Good. Optimization. Okay. You'll also hear optimization, but optimization is good. You know. Um, Perfect. And next one, Stefan.
Consumption.
Good. Consumption. Perfect. And last one, Geoffrey.
Acceptation.
Ooh, it's close, but it's a little different. So the ending is think of
Acceptance.
acceptance, yes. Like importance, acceptance. Good, good, good. Now here we have some quotes. They're famous quotes from, famous marketers or famous business people. And what do you think about them? So you could explain what, mm, what it means, right? The meaning is important, your interpretation, and what could be the reasons behind each quote. So why do you think this quote is relevant? So Stefan, you can start with one of them.
Yeah, I choose number one. Best marketing doesn't feel like marketing, and I absolutely agree because if I'm interested in perhaps, for example, Nike sneakers, then I want to know everything about the new products or new models of these sneakers, or how they are produced, about the image or famous people wear these sneakers, and I want to know everything. So this is the best marketing. If I want to have this or to get this information by myself, or it feels like I'd like to have it by myself.
Oh, okay. I see. So they're not trying to make you buy it. They're not
Yeah.
pushing it. They're not saying buy it here. It just feels like you are deciding on your own, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay, nice. And Jeffrey, what do you think about this, the same one, number one?
Yeah, I agree with you, with Stefan. And I was thinking about what you said earlier, David, about podcast.
Hmm.
Uh, for me, I'm also used to listen to podcasts, and I like when I have time to be convinced by the the person who tried to promote something, and when I'm not directly targeted, I'm not I'm feel good, right? Actually, I don't like when someone in the street come to me and they want to buy my thing. Okay, but it's a bit weird.
Right. Right. And that's everyone. All consumers right now are, there's a pushback, like a pushback towards this very aggressive marketing. I was reading about I was doing research for the lesson. I was reading about all of these brands that actually they got a lot of customers or potential customers that were willing to buy, but the customers, after being attacked with emails all day and messages and everything, they decided not to buy. And it was a big, I mean, the company lost a lot of money because they were too aggressive. If they had been just a little bit more, reserved and, you know, then they could have made more money. Right. So this is the thing about, when we feel like we're targeted and we're being attacked and say buy, we don't buy.
Mm.
Right. We buy if we're like, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Oh, wow. Well, can I buy it? Oh, yeah, sure. You can buy it. Oh, here you go. That's the relationship now. So the best marketers are the ones that can create because it's a lot of it is about power and it's very psychological. So if you're selling, if you're a company that's selling, you're saying, please buy, please, please, please. Here's 10 emails every day, messages, everything. You have less power, right? And you're saying, oh, if it's so successful, if it's so good, why are you so aggressive? But if you switch it and you don't sell, then the person says, hey, I want more information. I want that product. Do you sell it? Can I buy
Mm.
it? Then you have the power, and then that's when the sale takes place. So it is very, very interesting. Marketing is psychology, it's sociology, it is so much. What about the second one? So Geoffrey, you can start with this one if you want.
Yeah, sure. So the best marketing isn't about the stuff that you make, but the stories you tell. That's so true. So true. And actually, it reminds me an old course I think we had a couple months ago, or maybe a scene from The Wolf of Wall Street, when when a guy want to make a test, and ask to people to sell a pen, and there is so this situation is when you have to describe a product and convince people that the product is amazing and you should buy it, and yes, and sometimes in a real world there is a lot of competitors, and sometimes your product isn't the best, and everybody know about it, but they are more interested by the story behind the product, and sometimes it's enough to uh, to sell it actually.
Nice. Yeah, exactly. Nice. Stefan, and any thoughts about this one? The stories that we tell.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with Joffrey. It's all about storytelling. It's good customer branding or product branding is storytelling because it's stories that stick in our mind, and this if you have a good story, it's very experienced marketing, and this helps. Yeah, it's definitely the crown of branding and of marketing.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I like this one because, everyone thinks, we all think that we are 100% logical, rational, and but the reality is that most people are emotional. So we don't buy a product because of all the features and the technical specs, but we buy it because of the feeling behind it. Most people, most people are, it's a combination, 20, 20, 80, 30, 70, but it is so stories, you can tap into these emotions much easier with stories. And in the highest level of market, the highest levels of marketing make the user the hero of the story.
Mm.
You see, so that's the next level, because we're like, oh, why do you have champions wearing Adidas? Because it's like, hey, well, this is the story of a champion, and you're the champion because you will buy it. So it's the victory and all of that. They're tied in to this, but it can be, any you can use any archetype. So it's all about, you create an archetype and you try to make the viewer into they want to be able to identify with the character of the story. It can just be a personal story, my story. But if you can identify with my story, then in a way you become the hero, because then you have the ability through the product or through the service to become, again, to become transformed. So that's the power of stories, very, very powerful tool. Now, the last one, maybe Stefan, you can jump on this if you want.
Is the best marketing is the gap between the brands produce and what customers actually want. Yeah, I also agree with this because with the one is the reality and the other one is the image you have or you like to have, and that's what you promote, and that's what you sell to the potential customers. You sell your image, and of course, it's not the reality. It's a dream, or it's a picture of it, a picture in your mind, and you don't buy the product, you buy the picture or the image.
Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. Very nice. Very nice. Geoffrey, any ideas about this?
Yeah, I think I was thinking about um, a marketing common word is the product market fit.
Mhm.
So yeah, for me, like Stefan suggests, so when you when a company want to design or imagine a product, they just stick to a vision, and sometimes this vision doesn't match the real demand, and that's I think that's the gap. And if you want to reduce the gap, maybe you need to be customer centric and try to create something that reflects the real market first
Mhm.
before going into production, I think.
Right. Yeah, those great ideas. The way I see it, I think this is about, creating the demand. So you have, Apple produces, let's say the Apple Watch.
Mm.
Consumers in general are like, well, I already have a Rolex. I already have a,
Yeah.
Casio or whatever, you Tag Heuer. I don't need that. But then Apple's job there is to, close the gap to say, no, you do need it because it's connect. You can pay with your credit card. You can get all the health information. You can get notifications. You can, you don't have to take your phone out every single time. It's cool, right? It's elite. It's whatever. It's very techy. So in a way, there's a lot of ways. There's a gap between what you produce, what they want, and then marketing is creating that demand to saying yes.
Yeah, I agree.
What we make, you do want, closing the gap, closing the difference.
That's the force of big companies, actually. Yes.
Right. You see, so a lot of things, a lot of things, yeah, especially big companies, all of it is saying yes, no, you do need this, you do need the latest iPhone, the latest gadget.
Mm. But
And
it's risky.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's also a gap in value because if you buy an Apple Watch, perhaps the costs for the material, I don't know if they are $150 or $100, but you pay 10 times more because it has a value for you, and that's why you buy it at the end.
it's true. It's true. It's all about value. And value is a very interesting concept because who gives it the value? Is it the market? Right. But some people say, that with Apple, they they put the price. Now the latest iPhones are more than $2,000. So you know, what's the value? Who decides what it is? And I guess it is a combination of things. What creates value and can it be manipulated, can be used. But yeah, sometimes with a lot of Gucci and Hermes and all these brands, it's like, it's the name, literally the
Yes.
name and the image. And then again, the story behind it, very, very important. The story that people tell them. And then Hermes or Gucci or whatever, they were like, no, 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 like this is you do want this because when people will see you wearing this brand, your whole life will change.
You're not a person after that, yeah.
Right. But it works. I mean, that's why, yeah, that's why it's, marketers, they're so good. Marketers are in high demand. And so good. Let's look at this some very nice advanced vocabulary, words and expressions that we can use here. So we can read the sentence and then choose the definition for the highlighted words or the words in bold. So Geoffrey, if you want, you can start.
Yes. Apple's iPhone is always in the flux. Every year there are a new version of it.
And then the pronunciation, the you
Flux.
flux. Yeah, there you go.
So in a flux means um, maybe the A, in a state of constant change.
Exactly. Right. So flux can be, kind of fluent, fluid, all of these words mean change, like water. Water is always changing. So it's in the flux, right? It's never the same. There's always new versions, new updates, new features. Okay. So that's the nice expression, in the flux. Number 2, Stefan.
Many companies struggle to embrace modern advertising tools due to their cost and complexity. And I think embrace means see, welcome, or accept readily or gladly.
That's right. Yeah, embrace, right? It comes from French, embrasser, right? Got like a hug or something, so you embrace it, you accept it, you welcome it. So good. And the sentence is very true, right? So a lot of companies, they just resist, right? They don't embrace, they fail to embrace the tools because it's very expensive, super expensive. And they're very complex, a lot of different things that you need to do, and you can't do it by yourself. You need to get professionals, and yeah. So yeah, a lot of companies actually are out of this modern advertising game. What about number 3, Joffrey?
Yep. And having weak passwords for your online accounts can expose you to cyber attacks. Yeah, that's so true. Expose means make vulnerable or open to.
Good. Yeah, you're exposed, right? You're open, to attacks. Okay, great. And Stefan, number 4.
An online freelancer, social media can be a helpful promotional tool, but it can also be an inhibitor to productivity. And inhibitor means something that um, that's preventative. I don't understand A, but
Well,
so
prevent.
to prevent, yeah, yeah, yeah. So this could be that it prevents because it's inhibitor means it's not. Yeah, it's inhibited. It's prevented. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It prevents something from happening. It gets in the way,
yeah.
or it blocks.
Looks, yeah.
So this sentence is very true, right? So a lot of people think that, oh, social media is the best promotional tool, but the latest studies show that actually it isn't.
Really?
Yeah. So the latest studies show that it's almost like because there's first of all there's the relationship is not deep, because on TikTok people are just like scrolling, so that you don't get the chance to really build a connection, or they call it a reaction with the audience, and it takes a lot of time, and it doesn't convert very well. So it's almost like they call it's a vanity metrics. So it's like for your vanity. So like people, let's say they listen to your podcast, they watch YouTube, and they get some information, they listen to you, they watch all your videos. Oh, let me check him on social media. Oh, wow, 10,000 followers, 20,000, whatever. Oh, wow, that's nice. Wow, so they were saying that, it can be, sometimes it is, but it's not the best one. They say, right now, for at least for small business and for freelancers, thing YouTube and podcasting, or even blog posting are some of the best ones. And because of course, and because it creates this long term. If you make a video for social media, it's people will see it when it's new, and then they'll forget about it.
Mm.
But the indexing with Google, and of course YouTube, because it's part of Google, it will go into the algorithm and people will be able to find it in a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. So if it's a very valuable piece of information, it's cataloged very well. And YouTube is the second biggest search engine. So after Google, Microsoft. So they were saying that YouTube is like literally one of the best tools, right, for promotion and for brand building and marketing in general. So, but yeah, so it can be an inhibitor. Social media, TikTok can be an inhibitor. Next one, Geoffrey, back to you.
Yep. Novelties, novelty sells consumers. It's common for people to want the most recently released version of products. So novelty means I'm not sure, but novel is like new. So maybe the quality of being new, exciting, or unique.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. So here it's novelty, especially now. Everything that's new, people want the newest things, right? So sometimes it is about creating that, at least a perception that it's new, that they're buying something new. Because they want to be, the first ones. They want to have that exclusive factor. They're the first ones to get the new one, the new product. Very good. And last one, Stefan.
When hiring new employees for my company, I always trust my intuition on who the right choice for the position is. Intuition means gut or instinctive feelings.
Good. Very, very good. All right. So intuition, very, very important. Before in marketing, intuition was one of the most important things. But now in the age of information, that was in the previous age, it was intuition. It was like, oh no, people want this. The psychologists, the sociologists, they were the best marketers because they understood people, understood society. And it was like, oh no, they'll like this. I know they will. Let's try it. Now it's the analytical guys. Now it's the computer, people who can interpret numbers, who can interpret data, and of course the systems, softwares that can interpret data and they can make decisions based on the data. They're the new kings of marketing, not the sociologists and psychologists, but people who can see the numbers. So that's a very interesting shift in where the power and where was in the marketing field. It's changed in the last 30 years. It didn't used to be. So yeah, so that's intuition. Okay, so another one that I'll explain, this one, a surefire way. It's a very modern, very, very modern expression. It means like a sure way. So ways that are certain or have been proven to succeed. So digital marketing can be hard. Even hiring a professional advertising agency isn't a surefire way to guarantee successful results. Basically, and this is true, some marketing agencies charge crazy amounts of money, but there's no guarantee. And that's why a lot of people are, because the same strategy or the same campaign that worked for one brand may not work for another brand. Even if it's the same audience, the same sector, the same ad spend, the same everything, that's the biggest mystery. It's why it works for some and it doesn't work for others. So the next one was related to what I said earlier, but in what ways are analytics important in digital advertising? So Stefan, what can you say about this? Well, analytics, so data and data interpretation, why are they so important?
Yeah, because if you do it in an analytical way and if you collect all these different data spurs we left on the internet, you will have a very good image of the needs of this person. And if you collect all the things you clicked, the time you spent on these different sites, the things you just looked, the other things you bought finally, and then you have at the by time you have a very good you're like glassy, so you have a very good image of what we need and who we are and how we tick.
Oh, okay. I like that one. Nice, nice, nice. Jeffrey, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with everything. For me, yeah, I'm not an expert of analytics, but it's in my company they like it. They use a ton of tools, and I understand now how is it how is important actually. And basically, for example, when your customer already use your product,
Mhm.
um, you want to know how they use it, for example. And in old days, we were used to do some survey, but personally, I don't like survey, and I think it's for this kind of data now you have a lot of tools that you can use to get a lot of information about how people use your product. Like for example, for a website you have Hotjar, so you can see where the people are clicking on the website. So sometimes if you have an important button, you will directly see that nobody click on it. So that's a problem. Sometimes you have just to put it elsewhere, and you can do some you can adjust your product with those tools, and that's very important.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So it's almost like the analytics is it's, what allows you to see the reaction. So it's kind of like a laboratory, a lab, a science lab. Marketing is just experiments, it's scientific. I have a hypothesis. I think people will click if I do this, right? But in a lab, you have all the everything that tells you, oh yeah, there's a reaction there. In the digital marketing, in the online, the numbers are the reaction. Oh, it worked. It didn't work. No reaction. Okay. So that we were wrong with our hypothesis. We need to create a new hypothesis. Okay. And then you change an element and then you look at the reaction. So it's a way of just seeing the results and then adapting. Right. And so in the past, they still had it. They still had it, but you had to wait
Mm.
weeks, months, sometimes years to be like, okay, let's try this ad. And then you look at the sales in the quarter. Oh, yeah, it failed. Now, like I have some friends that they work in marketing, like they're checking it by the minute. They're checking it there, and then it goes up and they throw all the money in there. So they have like 12, they have 12, like they don't, it's not like A/B testing. It's like A, B, C, D,
Mhm.
and they're looking at in real time. So they'll put a lot of money. It starts with the same money. And then, oh, this one, cancel it. After 5, 10 minutes of running it, they'll cancel the ad. Oh, it's not working. Oh, this one's going up. Oh, this one's, changing. In this country with, with men, it's working. Okay. With women, it's not working. Okay, boom, change it. So they're always, doing that. And it's only possible with modern analytics tools to be in real time, to get the data in real time. So it's really, really important. It is the key today. All right. So with that said, let's jump into the video. Okay, the video right here will explain a few things here. So these are the questions that we're going to discuss. Stefan, can you read number one, please?
Yes. What are a few advantages of online marketing compared to offline marketing?
Good. So that's going to be the first one. That's going to be the first section. And Geoffrey, number two.
Why do many firms struggle to embrace digital advertising?
Okay, good. Okay, and Stefan, number three.
Skills is essential for successful digital marketing these days.
Okay, so that's a good start right there. We'll start with that, and then we'll go into the discussion. Okay, so the video. All right, so let's watch this, and then we'll stop it and answer the questions.
Okay, let's do this. Today, I'm going to teach you something about digital marketing. For half a century, consumers' media consumption was dominated by offline media. Today, more than half of all the media we consume comes through digital channels. Reaching consumers through digital channels offers several advantages over traditional offline marketing. First, firms' ability to target specific consumers has increased greatly. For example, an online retailer can decide to advertise only to those consumers that have visited its online store. The second big advantage of digital marketing is measurement. Online, it's possible to track individual consumers across time and even across devices. With measurement comes the ability to optimize. Testing two different advertising campaigns, so-called A/B testing, is easy in digital marketing, yet many firms struggle to embrace it. Why? One inhibitor for
Okay, so Geoffrey, let's start with you. So what's one advantage?
One advantage I get, so right now with digital marketing, it's easier to target specific consumer. Yeah, and it's more effective.
Exactly. You can target, right? You can target specific consumers
Yeah.
depending on their profile.
Yeah.
Right? Men, women, old, young, if they've been to the store, if they haven't. Okay, so that's one. And the second one, Stefan.
The second one was the ability to measure the success of the campaign and to see if it works or not.
Right. So yeah, back to the data, back to analytics, right? Measure. We need to be able to measure. We need to know. Now, that's a very important principle, right? So next one is why do many firms struggle? Why do many companies have difficulties or struggle to embrace it?
Why? One inhibitor for digital marketing acceptance is novelty. Digital marketing instruments are still in the flux and come and go quickly. Moreover, understanding and integrating the various digital marketing instruments is not an easy task. Surefire ways for using them don't exist, yet which potentially exposes advertisers to risk of failure. The most important challenge.
Okay. So, Stefan, let's start with you. What's one thing that is keeping firms away from digital marketing?
Yes, one key is it's novelty because it's still in flux and it's not easy to understand and to implement these tools.
Right. Right. It's new. It's new. It's changing. It's not established. That's a good point. Okay. And anything else, Geoffrey?
Yeah, I think it's for advertiser, it's difficult to integrate and understand quickly new marketing technique, and that's also risky to use them if you don't know how they work, I think.
Right. Exactly. So they were saying, of course, it's new. They were saying that it's very, very new, and they're always changing. So they're always like in the flux. So what worked, 2 years ago, or even sometimes even 2 months ago, doesn't work anymore. It's old, right? So, and like we were saying earlier, it's so personalized. Like some people, it's crazy. They can just go with their phone, selfie, video. Hi guys, my name is blah blah blah. Buy this, and millions of dollars in sales. Other people can't. The same exact script, and you're like, why? And that you can't measure. You can't say, oh, this person has this voice, and that's why, or this person had this element of their personality. I mean, it's very hard. So there's no guarantee, basically. And so, it's and there's they didn't say it here, but there is a high failure rate. So marketing is very risky. Like very few firms actually master this art. Good. So now we're going to talk about the skill, right?
Earlier, the most important challenge, however, is mindset. For 50 years, marketing executives based their decisions on intuition, experience, and gut feelings. Today, marketing executives need analytical skills, at least as much as they need intuition, for a successful digital marketing campaign.
Okay, so Joffrey, what is the most important skill?
So yeah, in the past, intuition was it seems that intuition was enough, and today it's more complicated than that, and advertiser need analytical skills, at least at the same level than their good intuition.
Right. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier, right? Analytics, that's the new paradigm. All right, so here we have a few questions to finish the last 5 minutes. We don't need to answer all of them, but maybe Geoffrey, ask Stefan one of these questions right here.
Yes. So, what do you think about so Stefan, sorry, what do you think about the idea of companies using targeted ads when you visit their website? Does this affect or bother you at all?
Yes, I think advertising should also be personalized if possible, of course. Sometimes it isn't possible, but if it is, then it's always better than if this is very neutral, and it should have to be targeted and personalized. And so I think this has a real effect, yes.
Mm. And does it bother you? Does this does the fact that they know everything about you, or that they target you, does that, because some people, we're very with our privacy, we're very, very strict. Other people are like, oh, I don't care, they can know everything. What about you?
Yeah, I try to split. If I'm in my online shop, in my preferred online shop, of course I love to have personalized content, and to that they know what products I like, and which I doesn't like. But of course, if it is something I doesn't like, or I doesn't want to be to give my data to them, so if I then it bothers me. Yes, so I try to split it in companies or brands I really like, and then I give my data because I'm interested in it, and others I don't.
Oh, I see. Okay, nice. And Stefan, you can ask Geoffrey another question here from the list.
Yes. Jeffrey, have you ever mentioned a product or company out loud during a conversation with someone and then soon after that see an advertisement for it? What do you think about this?
Um, I'm not sure about the meaning of out loud. Uh,
Just when you were speaking.
just okay. So someone yeah, okay, I got it. It's similar to the first point for me. It's already happened actually, and I saw a lot of YouTube video about it. And from what I saw, I don't know, but Google and Facebook don't listen to us. But sometimes it's a bit weird. Yes, of course, if you right now, for example, if we are speaking about I don't know a new car, it's possible that when I will go back to my web browser, I will see a lot of ads about cars. So I don't know what to think actually. For me, it's a bit scary.
It is. I agree. I agree. And that's the thing. I mean, it's privacy, and of course, yeah, governments are, trying to regulate it and, but it seems like they're two steps behind. Right. And like Stefan was saying, I mean, yeah, we also like to have personalized experience with if I want to buy a car, like you were saying, and if Google can, I mean, I'm going to go buy it and pay, 30,000 euros, but Google can find another one, the same one for 5,000 euros less. I mean, I'm happy to save 5,000 euros. And that's the thing, yeah, privacy is one thing, but it's, so that's what advertisers are saying. Say, yeah, there's an exchange. You lose privacy, but you get better products, better services. So it's a transaction. You can get people want to get everything, like the best of both worlds. Okay. Oh, I want perfect maps on Google Maps that tells me everything. Oh, but I don't want to share my data. Well, your data helps create those perfect maps. So, there needs to be an exchange. And that's what, go ahead.
No, so I just said that's a dilemma. So if you want a good services, you have to pay or you have to give your data. Yeah.
And like you were saying, it is payment. It is just instead of paying with money, pay with data. But it's a transaction, right? And it's becoming, more and more prevalent in the world of big tech. So a quick one. I was reading that, and like in the future, also will kind of a lot of the things will be free, but we'll have to kind of teach or give our data to the AI.
Mm.
Let's say like AI or we'll watch a movie and people be like, oh, how will people react to this? So then we agree, oh yeah, I will show my reactions to, I will let them or the computer or whatever see my reactions to the movie. And then the AI will be like, oh yeah. So 95% of people were upset when this guy said this. Okay. And so then they can, they can learn more. So, it's a very, very interesting world that we live in. But anyway, great lesson, great discussion. And yeah, any questions before we finish?
Nope, no
Oh,
question.
thank you.
All right, great. Well, have a good one, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay.
Thank
See you
you.
next week. Thank you very much.
Take care. See
Thank
you.
you.
Bye bye.
See
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.